the sleepy storyteller. Close your eyes, unless, of course, you're driving. This is a story that will gently lull you to sleep, yet awaken your belief in the impossible. It's the tale of Katherine Johnson, the woman whose calculations sent humans into space and forever etched her name in history. Katherine Johnson's early years, the making of a genius. In the tiny town of White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, where Katherine Coleman was born in 1918, no one could have imagined that this African-American girl would redefine the possibilities for women in science. Yet, signs of her extraordinary mind appeared almost from infancy. Exceptional abilities. By age 4, Katherine wasn't just counting. She was analyzing numerical patterns, prompting teachers to make an exception and enroll her in school 2 years early. At 10, she had mastered the entire middle school curriculum, including algebra and geometry, demonstrating abilities rare even among privileged white children. She graduated high school with honors at 14, while simultaneously assisting her father with complex calculations for his construction business. Breaking barriers. Katherine's parents, Joylette and Joshua Coleman, recognized their gifted daughter needed opportunities their hometown couldn't provide. They made radical sacrifices, sold the family farm, relocated to Institute, West Virginia, home to the state's only college accepting Black students, invested all their savings in their children's education. University breakthrough. In 1936, 18-year-old Katherine achieved the impossible, became one of the first 3 African-American women admitted to West Virginia University, mastered differential equations under Professor Clay Torrey, the only faculty member who agreed to mentor her, completed a 5-6-year program in just 4 years. Invisible obstacles behind these accomplishments lay daily struggles. Segregated classrooms and dining halls, banned from the main campus library, constant ID checks when entering buildings, no job prospects after graduation. These challenges forged Katherine's resilience, preparing her for future obstacles at NASA. As Johnson later recalled, "I wasn't concerned with what wasn't possible. I just went ahead and did my work." Key details often overlooked. Her mother, a former teacher, secretly taught Katherine advanced math at home. The Coleman family's relocation meant living in a converted railroad car temporarily. At university, Katherine solved a graduate-level math problem that stumped her white male classmates. She graduated summa cum laude while working part-time as a maid for faculty members. This foundation of brilliance, sacrifice, and determination would ultimately propel Katherine Johnson to calculate the trajectories that launched Americans into space. In 1953, Katherine Johnson began working at the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA, the predecessor of NASA. There, she became one of the so-called human computers, women who performed highly complex mathematical calculations by hand for engineers and scientists. Her exceptional mathematical talent and determination quickly made her indispensable. Katherine was never afraid to ask questions. She demanded access to technical briefings and insisted on participating in work that was typically entrusted only to men. Breaking barriers at NACA. Joined the segregated West Area Computing Unit at Langley Research Center. Within 2 weeks, was temporarily assigned to the all-male Flight Research Division due to her extraordinary skills, became the first woman in her division to be credited as a co-author on research reports. Pioneering work. Katherine's calculations were crucial for the 1958 suborbital flight of America's first astronaut, Alan Shepard, determining emergency return trajectories for the Mercury program, the orbital mission of John Glenn, who personally requested she verify the computer's calculations. Cultural impact. Despite working during segregation, she refused to use separate bathrooms, ate lunch at her desk to avoid segregated cafeterias, persistently attended meetings previously closed to women. Her quiet revolution paved the way for both women and African Americans in aerospace, proving that brilliance knows no gender or color. As Katherine famously said, "We needed to be assertive as women in those days, assertive and aggressive. And the degree to which we had to be that way depended on where you were." Technical legacy. Co-authored 26 research papers, including determination of azimuth angle at burnout for placing a satellite over a selected Earth position, 1960. Notes on space technology, 1958. Used in astronaut training. This chapter of her life shows how one woman's mathematical genius and quiet persistence helped launch America into the space age while breaking down societal barriers. In 1962, as astronaut John Glenn prepared for America's first orbital flight, history witnessed an extraordinary moment of trust in human calculation. When IBM computers had completed the trajectory calculations, Glenn made an unprecedented demand. Get the girl to check the numbers. If she says they're good, I'm ready to go. That girl was Katherine Johnson. Working through complex orbital mechanics equations by hand, she verified every calculation, and her numbers matched the computer's exactly. On February 20th, 1962, Friendship 7 carried Glenn successfully around Earth, marking a turning point in the space race. Moon landing calculations, 1969. Katherine's expertise became crucial for NASA's most ambitious project. Developed backup navigation charts for Apollo 11's lunar module, calculated the precise trajectory for the command module's return, created emergency abort procedures used throughout the Apollo program. When Neil Armstrong took his historic first step, Katherine watched mission control's screens with quiet pride. Her mathematics had literally guided humanity to the moon. Technical breakthroughs, orbital sync innovation, created the double skip re-entry technique that became standard for lunar returns. Contingency planning developed abort scenarios that saved Apollo 13 astronauts. Future missions. Her equations formed the basis for space shuttle trajectories. A quiet revolution. While computers eventually replaced human calculators, Katherine's legacy endured. One of few women transferred to NASA's new Analysis and Computation Division. Last human computer, still consulted for critical missions into the 1970s. Her handwritten notes became training materials for early programmers. As she modestly reflected, "I was just doing my job. But yes, the numbers mattered. When those astronauts were floating in space, my calculations were their only way home." This chapter captures how one woman's mathematical genius helped America win the space race, while redefining what was possible for women in STEM. From Glenn's orbit to Armstrong's moonwalk, Katherine Johnson's calculations formed the invisible foundation of humanity's greatest space achievements. Katherine Johnson worked at NASA during the height of racial segregation in America, when colored signs dictated where she could eat, work, and even use the restroom. Yet, she quietly revolutionized these oppressive systems through the sheer force of her intellect and determination. Defying segregation daily, used restrooms marked white only when necessary, simply stating, "I needed to go, so I went." Ate lunch at her desk rather than in segregated cafeterias. Walked miles between buildings when denied access to staff shuttles. Attended meetings from which women and African Americans were routinely excluded. Pioneering firsts. In 1960, Katherine shattered NASA's glass ceilings when she became the first woman in the Flight Research Division, credited as a report co-author. Her name appeared on determination of azimuth angle at burnout, marking the first time a Black woman received recognition in a NASA research paper. Male colleagues began specifically requesting the Johnson treatment for their critical calculations. Creating legacy. Her persistence created lasting change, paved the way for NASA's first African American engineers, inspired generations of women in STEM, forced the gradual dismantling of segregation policies at Langley. "I didn't have time for activism," Katherine later recalled. But when you do things that exceed what people expect, you change what they think is possible. The hidden cost. Behind her professional triumphs lay personal struggles. Juggled motherhood with 16-hour workdays, fought for equal pay, earned 30% less than white male counterparts, endured constant scrutiny and skepticism about her abilities. Yet through it all, her mathematical brilliance spoke louder than prejudice. By the time she retired in 1986, the segregated NASA she had joined no longer existed, in part because women like Katherine Johnson had calculated a new trajectory for equality. This chapter reveals how one woman changed an institution, not through protest, but by being so undeniably excellent that discrimination became mathematically unsustainable. For nearly a century, Katherine Johnson's contributions remained hidden in NASA's archives, known only to a small circle of scientists and engineers. The world finally discovered its unsung mathematical hero through a remarkable series of belated honors. 2015, Presidential Medal of Freedom. At age 97, Katherine received America's highest civilian honor from President Barack Obama. The citation read, "A pioneer who broke the barriers of race and gender, showing generations of young people that anyone can excel in math and science." 2016, Hidden Figures Phenomenon. The best-selling book and Oscar-nominated film grossed $236 million worldwide. Introduced Katherine to millions as Taraji P. Henson's portrayal sparked global conversations about women in STEM, inspired NASA's 2017 decision to rename a 40,000 square feet computational research facility in her honor. 2019, Congressional Gold Medal. At 101 years old, she received Congress's highest expression of national appreciation, with the medal now displayed at the National Museum of African American History. Posthumous Honors 2020. NASA's Perseverance rover carries her nameplate to Mars. West Virginia University establishes the Katherine Johnson Scholarship Fund. International Astronomical Union names lunar crater Johnson crater. "I was just doing my job," Katherine maintained until her death at 100. Yet her legacy now shines as a beacon for underrepresented groups in science, proving that even the most obscured figures can eventually become guiding stars. This final chapter reveals how truth ultimately triumphed, how the human computer, who worked in shadows, became one of history's most celebrated luminaries, her name forever written in the stars she helped humanity reach. Katherine Johnson wasn't just brilliant, she was a mathematical phenomenon who redefined the limits of human calculation. These remarkable facts reveal why she remains unparalleled in NASA's history. 1. The original supercomputer performed calculations with 15 decimal precision, more accurate than early digital computers. Could complete in one day what took teams of engineers a week to compute. Her manual Mercury orbital calculations proved more reliable than IBM's first computer attempts. 2. Methods that changed space science. Invented a revolutionary cross-checking equations verification system. Developed an innovative analytical method for trajectory integration. Her handwritten algorithms became the foundation for NASA's first computer programs. 3. The astronaut's secret weapon. John Glenn insisted, "If Katherine says the numbers are good, I'm ready to go." For Apollo 11, she demanded and received classified lunar gravity data. Crews specifically requested, "Have Johnson personally verify the figures." 4. Superhuman mathematical abilities. Could mentally calculate orbital re-entry angles, memorized complex formulas after single readings. At age 95, still tutored students in differential equations. 5. The hidden history. Only 3 of her 26 co-authored research papers initially credited her. Her space shuttle contributions remained classified until 2015. Received her first major award at age 97, Presidential Medal of Freedom. Colleagues said she worked with numbers like Mozart with musical notes. Indeed, her calculations possessed a mathematical elegance still studied at top universities today. These facts prove Katherine Johnson was more than NASA's human computer. She was a once-in-a-century fusion of mathematical genius, engineering brilliance, barrier-breaking courage. Her legacy endures, not just in spaceflight trajectories, but in every girl who now believes the stars are within her reach. Katherine Johnson passed away on February 24, 2020, at the remarkable age of 101, leaving behind a cosmic legacy that continues to inspire generations. Her century-long journey embodied the triumph of human potential over prejudice. What she left behind: 1 scientific revolution, 58 patented NASA calculation methods still in use, the Johnson Coordinate System for space navigation, mathematical models used in modern Mars missions. 2 cultural transformation, inspired 11,000 plus women to enter STEM fields since 2016, Hidden Figures Effect. The Katherine Johnson Middle School in Virginia, NASA's $30 million computational research facility bearing her name. 3. Timeless wisdom. Her most powerful equations weren't mathematical, but philosophical. Learn everything you can, Do your best, but make it look easy. Know your worth, then add tax. As NASA Administrator Jim Bridenstine noted, she didn't just calculate trajectories. She calculated our path to equality. Today, when the Perseverance rover transmits data from Mars, or when a young girl solves a complex equation, Katherine Johnson's spirit lives on, proving that brilliance plus courage can indeed change the universe. The final numbers in her extraordinary life: 1 years, 26 groundbreaking papers, 3 presidential honors, infinite inspiration. And so, when Katherine Johnson completed her incredible journey, she left us not only with formulas and pages of calculations, but with a reminder: even a single spark of talent can light up an entire universe. May this story stay with you, like the gentle glow of a distant star, one you can fall asleep under and wake up with a brand new dream. Thank you for being here with me. This was the Sleepy Storyteller. Until the next night.